Hello everyone and welcome to my channel and another podcast about making money online. In today's episode, I'm going to talk to you about fulfillment by Amazon. Now, a few of you asked me lots of questions pertaining to fulfillment by Amazon, which is another way of making money online. It's actually a very good way to make money online if you follow Amazon's policies that they have put together on their website. A few of you is still hesitating and they have a lot of questions. So I'm going to answer the most common questions that I received from followers. If you're new on this channel is all about making money online and side hustles. So if this is something that interests you, make sure to first subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so that you get notified of my future videos. I teach you how to make money online basically, and it's all for free. The whole channel is instructional, and I don't charge any money from you. All right, let's get started. So Amazon, like I said before, is a very good opportunity to make money online, and most people are thinking about being financially free. This is like the ultimate dream for a lot of people. You can become your own boss, set your own hours of work, and only work whenever you want to because everything is done online. You don't have to go to an office or anything. You can do it from home. But again, there are some obstacles that are going to face you. Success on Amazon does not come easy. You have to remember that, and it also requires a lot of hard work, especially in the beginning when you're just starting your first store on Amazon. I remember back in the days when there was no FBA, selling on Amazon was a whole new thing. From managing the tedious logistics tasks to delivering it to the customers on time. It was a heck of a time back then. But now with the FBA, it's a lot more easier. Things have changed dramatically. Amazon FBA, for those who don't know, is known as the fulfillment by Amazon. It's a selling method in which Amazon does most of the job. You basically get your products from your supplier, whoever that is, send it to Amazon's warehouse, and then Amazon, whenever they get an order for any of your products, they pack the product and ship it to the customer and do all the other logistics, so you don't have to handle that part, which is great in a way. So a lot of people are thinking about doing that, and it has attracted a lot of people and continues to attract a lot of people and makes a lot of money for Amazon itself. There are a lot of policies that pertain to Amazon FBA. You have to familiarize yourself with them, because if you break any of the policies, you can end up with your account completely disabled, and you won't even be able to get the money that you made on your account until after 3 months of account deactivation, and you have to go through an appeal and all that headache. So be very careful about that, and read the policies very well and try not to break any of them. Now, the first question I got was, how much capital should I have to start with FBA? It depends really on your goal, on your target market, which of course you can trade, or you can sell on Amazon in almost all countries. I don't know any country that doesn't have Amazon now. So depending on which country you're selling in, it doesn't have to be your country where you reside, by the way. So let's say I live in Canada and I want to do Amazon FBA in the United States. I can still do that. So once you register with Amazon, you get access to multiple markets, and you choose whichever market you want to work with. You can work with the UK, India, USA, Mexico, whatever you want. So it depends on which market you're working with. You can start selling your used books as a trial to see how things go. And that wouldn't cost you very much. Basically, you can just list them and you will be the one shipping them basically to Amazon's warehouse. So basically a very minimal investment in this case if you're selling something that you already have and you already own. But if you are planning to contact suppliers and get some new products and sell them on Amazon, I would say maybe $1,000 is good for a start. Some people start with higher than that. I would not encourage you to start with higher amounts. Maybe $1,000 to $1,500 is enough. Don't start with higher than that because again, you don't know where you're gonna end up with this. Are you gonna make money or are you gonna lose all your money on like keep it in the market? You don't lose really. It will continue to be, the products will continue to be in Amazon's warehouse until they're sold or just get stuck there. You can always ask for them to be shipped back to you. What you lose is basically the storage cost in Amazon that keeps adding up and you have to pay it. But besides that, you don't really lose a lot of money. So yeah, $1,000 to $1,500 should be a good bet. To make full use of your investment, I recommend sellers to do product research before launching the product in the market. $1,000, you can conduct product tests and leave some money for marketing and building a listing, of course. So I think $1,000 to buy those products should be enough as long as you did your research. Doing the research could cost you as well because there are certain platforms that you might need to rent in order to do the product research, or maybe you will hire someone to do it for you. Again, you have to pay that person. So the $1,000 that I mentioned is only to purchase the products, not for any other costs. Also, the best technique for successful Amazon selling is to launch multiple products so that you're never out of the race and can build a strong storefront. So don't focus on just one product. Try to do market research and find multiple products, say 2 or 3 different products, and they should be different, really different in each. And start with those. Divide the $1,000 on all 3. Say you'll buy $300 worth of product 1, $300 worth of product 2, and maybe $300 worth of product number 3. That's $900, and then keep $100 for product research and any other logistics. That has proven to be a more successful way to do FBA. So in the beginning, you don't need a huge investment. Instead, you can start with just $1,000, like I said, or $1,500, and then scale it as you go. Question number 2, should I sell on other alternatives besides Amazon? That's a good question. Well, a multi-channel selling strategy would always prefer selling products on different e-commerce platforms, as that would enable you to grab a larger portion of the market. So yes, you should consider selling on multiple different platforms beside Amazon. Whether you're selling dog whistles or expensive electronics, there's always people turning to Amazon to find the products you sell. Here are a few reasons you should look for alternatives to selling besides Amazon. Number 1, since selling on Amazon is expensive and competitive, which is true, there is a need for alternatives to help you sell more with more profit margin. The other alternatives relatively charge less than what Amazon does. Oh, I forgot to mention that Amazon charges you for a fee for your products that you're gonna ship through Amazon FBA. So these are some of the costs that you're gonna encounter in the future. Other platforms charge less than Amazon, so keep that in mind. Number 2, you can definitely target a unique audience that isn't on Amazon, or people who don't use Amazon, and there's a lot of people who don't use Amazon still until today. Number 3, if you sell homemade items, then maybe a platform like Etsy is the best platform for you. where you only need 20 cents to get started. And number 4, many e-commerce platforms like Walmart don't charge you anything extra other than the referral fees. Moreover, you have a free seller account, which makes it worthy of selling products with less budget. So yes, consider having other alternatives besides Amazon. I'm not saying don't do Amazon FBA. Keep it ongoing and compare, see which market brings you the most return on income, and focus on those markets. The next question I have here on my list is it necessary to have a custom package of my own brand on Amazon FBA? Okay, this is easy. The answer is no. You don't need a custom package to sell on Amazon FBA. A simple poly bag would do the job. Well, it's good to have a custom one printed, but it isn't something that Amazon imposes on you. Now, it depends on your goal. If you really want people to know your brand and you want to grow the brand wherever you live and you want to open a real shop later on, do that. Like, have your logo, have a custom printed bag and all of that stuff. But if you're only planning to sell online on Amazon or other platforms, then it's not necessary. Yeah, so I hope this answers your question. The answer is no. The direct answer is no. The next question on the list, can I sell or buy FBA accounts? That's not very common, but it is a practice used by sellers to transfer ownership of their business. It's 100% legal to sell or buy your FBA account because it's basically a store that you own. And you've been selling on and you've been making money on, so it's your own store, so you can do it. But it's not very commonly happening nowadays. If you're willing to sell your Amazon FBA account, all you need to do is seek approval from Amazon to ensure a smooth transaction of the listings. Once you get the approval, you're all set. Hand over your business to the new owner, and you're done. The next question here, how to transfer ownership of my FBA account. This is among the most vital questions that I've seen on Amazon seller platforms. People asking the same question. You can do that in 3 steps, basically. Number 1, being an account owner, you have to call Seller Central support for transfer details. Once they confirm that it can be transferred, you simply have to change the login details and hand it over to the new owner. Remember, you should contact Seller Central before listing your FBA account on a selling account like Flippa or whatever platform you use to sell your FBA account. Just make sure to have the Seller Central confirmation before you do that. The second step is now you have to update the buyer details at the back end to enable them to update the new payment details of the new owner. And the third step, once all of that is done, your brand will be transferred automatically, so you don't have to worry about how to manually do it. Next question, how much Amazon FBA cost to a seller? That's easy. So Amazon charges about 15% of the product's selling price. The referral amount could change, of course, depending on the category, along with 2 other fees. They have the fulfillment fees and they have the inventory management fees. Like I mentioned before, you store your inventory in Amazon warehouse for a fee. It's not free. As the name suggests, the fulfillment fees include the cost of picking, packing, and shipping processes for each item sold. It varies on the basis of the product category type and the product size. While the inventory fee is basically the storage of your product in Amazon warehouse. If you're selling, let's give you an example. If you're selling a product for $50, Amazon will take 15%, which would be about $7.5 in this case. So just keep that in mind when you're calculating the price of the product before listing it on Amazon. Next question, how many days would it take for Amazon to stock my product in their warehouse and make it live? That's a very good question, actually. It typically takes 3 to 7 business days for Amazon to stock your product and shows it on your inventory. However, it can take much longer if the product hasn't been packaged or prepared according to Amazon guidelines. So, what are Amazon guidelines for FBA product packaging? For example, someone might think the most important ones are: number one, make sure to deliver your product in a 6-sided box. If you're using the old boxes, remove the old shipping labels or markings. The second tip is use a single and precise address with accurate delivery and return information. That's also very important. The third tip is to that every box you deliver should have the printed FBA label, shipment label on it. And the fourth tip, you need to wrap all the items separately. Don't ever make the mistake of wrapping different items together. If you do all these 4 tips, I'm sure it wouldn't take more than 7 business days to stock your product in the Amazon warehouse. Next question, does Amazon FBA help in increasing sales? I'm going to say to a certain extent, yes. So sellers who are a part of Amazon FBA, the Prime sellers, are and uses the monthly subscription to enjoy great perks, are usually the ones who benefit from this. They get fast shipping within 1 to 2 days. They get easy solutions to delivery issues, and so many other perks. So yes, they help those sellers, but not a beginner seller. So if you're a beginner seller, you might not get those perks. Next question, due to low or minimal sales on Amazon, can I request my products to be returned? Of course, yes, you can. If your products aren't getting the right sales or attention, you have always the option of demanding their return to you, or to your house, or to your say your own warehouse, whatever you want it to be. Next question says, what is the Amazon buy box? Okay, this is important. As the name suggests, it is a reward given by Amazon to its sellers who have their products listed at the best prices, along with other factors such as FBA or Prime shipping offered, availability of stock, and the seller's performance. Note, only one seller can win the buy box for a given product, so keep that in mind. And why is this important? That's because, of course, when you have your product out there as the winning product, you should expect that you're going to get more sales for your product, and you will be the highest competitor on the list. So that's why the buy box is really important. So try to always give the best price you have. Look around Amazon, see who are your competitors, and try to offer a better price so that you can win the buy box at all times. I think these are all the questions I have for today, but there are a few more questions coming up as I've been told. So, but for now, these are the main questions I have here. Let me know in the comments if you do Amazon FBA, or if you're planning to do Amazon FBA and you have any questions. I'm going to make sure to add them on my next video, because I will get more questions coming up soon, especially about how to start with Amazon FBA. And my tip of the day to you is that if you are planning to do Amazon FBA or Amazon arbitrage, or any kind of trading on Amazon, do not hire a freelancer to do it for you, because most of those freelancers will end up scamming you and deactivating your account. I have seen a lot of people who sought help in the past and asked me to help them to restore their Amazon stores that have been deactivated, because they hired a freelancer from India or from Pakistan, and asked them to handle the store for them, and they ended up with a deactivated store because most of those freelancers, they do some sketchy stuff. They make it look like they're giving you a lot of sales at the beginning so that it will catches your eyes and you'll be really happy that you're making a lot of money, thousands of dollars within days. That's what you're going to be making. So they make it look like, you're making a really good amount of money, but then eventually after a month or so, bam, you'll get A to Z claims, you'll get too many returns, all the sold items because they never even shipped those items. Those freelancers will ask you for money, to send them money to Pakistan or to India in order for them to buy gift cards and order through the gift cards. They will not accept your credit card purchases. So if you tell them, okay, I want to purchase the products using my credit card, I'll put my credit card on the platform, whatever platform you're getting, supplier platform you're getting the products from, they will refuse. They'll tell you, no, we don't want that. We want you to send us cash to our bank accounts in Pakistan or India, and we will purchase gift cards, and we'll use the gift cards to purchase the items. That's how sketchy this business is. So do not, I repeat, this is my tip of the day, please do not use a freelancer, especially from Pakistan, because they are the scammiest people out there, and India as well. And I'm not saying that other countries are better. You can find scammy people in all countries, but most of the cases I have seen personally came to me with complaints about freelancers on Upwork from Pakistan. Someone called Zahid, that's one of the names I have here, Zahid Iqbal. Stay away from anyone called Zahid because that name was associated with a lot of scam on Upwork and freelancer platform and Fiverr and all these platforms. Anyone called Zahid, Mudathir, all these weird names, stay away from them. They are the scammiest people out there. I hope my video and my podcast today has been helpful to some of you. I will talk about Amazon FBA in more details and give you a lot of their important policies in the next few videos so that you are aware of the policies before you start. Do your research, start FBA or whatever type of Amazon selling on your own. Don't hire a freelancer. This is the second tip. And ask me questions if you have any questions. I'll make sure to answer you out of my experience. I'm not doing Amazon now. I do e-commerce selling on my own websites, but I have done Amazon in the past, so I know I'm very aware of their policies. So ask me any question you have, and I'll be very happy to answer you. Thanks for listening to the podcast today, and I'll see you in the next podcast. Have a great day.